We've just come back from walking our dog, plants have been watered, and it's time to get to work. Klaus! Do you remember when he was terrified of the tripod? If you're new here, hi, my name is Evie. I am a wildlife artist and I run my own business from home. And yeah, we're gonna have a whole day together. I was gonna start the day with a bit of drawing, but my desk looks horrible at the moment. So we're gonna tackle that first. We're gonna pack some orders and then we'll do some art later. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. package is all done and I've got about an hour and 20 minutes before the postman gets here. So I'm gonna pop on the tape, I'm gonna do the address labels, and then we're good to go. Tape done, postage applied, and we have about 20 minutes before the postman gets here, so hopefully we'll make it. Okay, we made it, and now it's time to ship the wholesale order. So I've printed out my little document thing, list of all the different things they bought, and we're gonna pick it off the shelves. So I picked out everything that this customer bought except for these ones. So these are axolotl enamel pins, but they're supposed to have like a little glass dangle here. And I don't have, at the moment, I don't have any of them assembled. So we're going to be assembling these two. And I'm also struggling to find the backing cards for them. So I think I'm going to have to print out 2 new ones, which is quick to do, but I do have a bunch of them here somewhere. So I would have liked to use those, but it's okay. We can print them out.
Would you like any coffee?
No, I'm okay. Still got that one. Thank you. I found my cards. They were up there, there, right there. So I found the cards, and that's really good, because then we don't have to cut any new ones. And this is what they look like. And I also made the pins. And I decided, since we're also convention prepping, that I would make an additional 25 of these to bring to the convention. So they're just like, if I zoom in here. So we have the hard enamel pin, which also has a bit of glow in the dark in it. And then the bead down here is made from glass. There we go, so that's all done. I'm gonna pack up this wholesale order and then we can get back to work. Me in focus, yes. Packed up and shipped the wholesale order. I just need to take it to the post office later. But before I go, I have about an hour, 20 minutes left before I have to leave. And I wanted to see, these are my frames for my like Artist Alley convention setup. And well, they're called grid cubes or something like that. And I wanted to see, because usually when I set this up, and I'll put a picture on the screen, usually it looks a bit cluttered and a bit like you have a lot of transparent areas that kind of show the background of whatever's going on. So it looks messy and it's difficult for people to see the products, I think. So I got this. It is self-adhesive vinyl and I'm gonna try and wrap these in it. The brand is called Vinyl Frog and it looks really cute. It's matte. It's a nice like matte dusty green and I think it'll be cute. Let's give it a go. So a while ago I made this, which is just a sketch. You can type, well, it's just a sketch of the setup that I want. Now I have changed the plan a little bit, but basically, see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 22 of these. So let's see if we have enough. I don't think I will, but we'll see. We might. Hello friends, and welcome to this little voiceover segment. I have been wanting to do this for my Artist Alley display for a while now, and I just thought, you know what, now's the time. I only started doing Artist Alleys this year, and I haven't done a market that isn't like a Comic-Con or an Anime Con yet, but I'm very interested to try it out because I think for my type of art, I don't know, like I just feel like maybe an illustrator's fair or something like that would do a bit better. Having said that, I do feel like I have been fortunate in the comics conventions that I have attended. I know that a lot of conventions at the start of the year, at least here in the UK, were like really slow. And if you saw my MegaCon vlog, you'll know that like I came out with I think £15 in profit, which is very little. But then again, my expenses were way higher than they should have been. I was very clumsy. Yeah, we'll see how the summer season goes. I am doing this as a series, so it's gonna be like my summer convention series. I only have 2 conventions, but I thought, you know what, let's make the most of it. Anyhow, I thought I'd share my process with you of how I'm doing this vinyl wrap in case you want to do it for your own Artist Alley displays or maybe like your university exhibition or anything that you're doing really. It's also quite a cool way to wrap furniture, do upcycled items. My friend Rosie from Cozy Board Games, she did a wrap for her computer monitor, and that's how I thought of doing this for my Artist Alley display. But I'm also hoping that I might have enough vinyl left to do either my laptop or some other items in my studio, because I have really been wanting to do a little makeover of the studio. I moved in last year about this time, And I feel like although the space is really nice and it might look really organized on camera, it is not as functional and optimized as it should be. And the more shelves I have, the more I hide things away and kind of forget to do anything with it. So yeah, that's just a bit of thinking. I think we might have a couple of makeover videos in the very near future, possibly in autumn. But back to the vinyl wrapping. So the vinyl brand that I'm using is Vinyl Frog. This process was a lot more fiddly than I thought it was gonna be, but I worked out that if I mark out the corners and then I cut like a little chip, almost like a little handle in each corner, then I can stick that through and attach it as I go. So the first two corners are really tricky, and particularly the second corner. Once you have the two first corners, you're kind of on a roll, you're set, you're good to go. But on the first two corners, you have to make sure that everything aligns, and there's no easy way of doing that. I thought that I could use some clips and kind of attach things together that way, but no, didn't work out. So what I ended up doing was I did my best. Isn't this a great tutorial? I just did my best. And some of my pieces turned out really nice. Some turned out a bit wonky, and I'm hoping that won't show at the event. I am a little bit worried about the edges because I felt like this vinyl wrap was like, it's basically exactly the width of my cubes plus a little bit extra. And I would have liked it to be just a little bit longer so that I had something to wrap around them. But I think we'll be all right. Like, my customers are not going to see the edges, but I'm just worried that over time they might kind of wear off or like gather dust, because a lot of them are folded just on the edge. So like it's difficult for them to kind of attach properly. Having said that, this vinyl was a really good choice, like this particular brand I found, because it's very adhesive, so it stays on once you put it on, but it is also removable, so you can tear it off without destroying it, and the adhesive does not stick. It doesn't leave any adhesive on the surface, if that makes sense. So if you do screw it up, you do have a couple of extra attempts. It can wrinkle, but it doesn't wrinkle as easily as other vinyls that I've used in the past. I'm saying that as if I'm a vinyl expert. I am not. I have not used a lot of vinyl in my lifetime. But this is by far my favorite that I've used, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, once you manage to get those two corners, and it is a bit of trial and error, I tried like ripping off the back adhesive paper of the first corner, attaching that, and then kind of going under and ripping off the rest of the adhesive backing and kind of trying to make sure that that corner aligned on both sides of my cutout. So like that there was no corner of my square that didn't have vinyl overlapping the edge. And I did find that if I'm able to do that for both of the corners, then the rest of the vinyl does kind of line up quite nicely. I did have a few times where it didn't happen though, so don't take my word entirely for it. But yeah. I also tried a technique of attaching some clips because I thought that that would help me keep everything in check, but the issue with that was that once the clips are on, you can't really get your hand under there to do anything. So unfortunately, that didn't work. But that's okay, it's a whole learning process. And I know that yesterday I said I wanted to potentially draw some shapes on here, but then I saw someone shared a reel where she'd try that. She had like a pink vinyl wrap on her cubes, and she tried drawing with acrylic paints on top, and she said it turned out quite horrible. And I looked at it. I don't think it was horrible, but I can see what she means. Like, the surface just wasn't even and the paint was kind of chipping off, so it wasn't a good look necessarily. What she did to fix it was she used more vinyl and just kind of layered it on top, but in different colors. So I might do that in the future instead, but I don't have it now. I have sticker paper, I could do that, but I feel like my vinyl sticker paper is like permanently adhesive, and I don't want to put something permanent on there. I want to be able to rip it off if I can, which is why I wanted acrylic paint, because you can wash it off with what's it called, like acetone, if you want to. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you this process because I think for anyone starting out in Artist Alley or wanting to level up their market displays, this is a really cool way of kind of matching your setup with your colors. and a nice way of being able to rebrand without having to buy completely new cubes, because like the cubes can be pricey. For all the cubes I used for my setup, I paid almost £200 in total. So I think it was around 45 for a set of 16 cubes. And then I bought a lot of cubes because I was gonna do like big trader spaces originally. I do not recommend doing that huge investment up front. I recommend just starting with one pair of 16 cubes, and if you're doing artist alley, that will probably take you quite far. Anyhow, that was just my completely non-useful tutorial on how I did my vinyl wrap, and I hope it helped you. I don't think it did, but I hope it did. And now I'm gonna hand this video back over to future Evie. So that didn't quite go according to plan. I'm wearing the same sweater in honor of finishing what we started. Hello friends, it is in fact the next day, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about what happened and while I still stuck with the A Day in My Life title for this vlog. I wanted to take you guys along a productive and realistic day in my life, but yesterday in the evening after I got back from the gym, we had something out of the ordinary happen. We had some family members pop over that we haven't seen in a while, and they asked if we wanted to go out for a meal, and we thought, you know what, haven't seen them in a long time, let's do that, it'll be nice. And yeah, when I got back I just didn't have time to do the work that I would have typically done in an everyday situation. So I thought we will finish that evening today. I'm gonna do the drawing that I was supposed to do yesterday, and we'll just finish up the video like that. I hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get drawing.
I did a lot of bad things, and never did I give in. Just 'cause the thought of being vulnerable made me feel less than I am. I have never felt home till you entered my door, and from that moment I knew that a home is whatever you choose. That's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in. From that moment I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go. The rest of the world is outside when you make sure I'm all you've missed. Baby, it takes just one kiss. Many years have gone by, many tears have dried out. I know that I will be with you as long as you still want me to. All the things we've been through, everything that's me and you, there isn't anything else that I wish I had done to be true.
And that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This is part 1 in my summer convention series kind of thing. So just as I'm finishing filming this one, I'm gonna start filming the next one because we have a convention this weekend. And I hope you're excited. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please leave the video a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!